Okay, so for our final portfolio, what I'm going to have you all do is use one of the Adobe Bridge panels inside of CS4 in order to actually automate the procedure of creating a portfolio PDF. All right. So first things first, make sure that you navigate your way into Adobe Bridge. All right, and then once you're inside there, what you're going to want to do is actually go in and create a collection of your best images from the class. Now, each of these images should include stuff from the creative color chapter, the masking and compositing chapters. Uh, you should probably include stuff from the film and optical effects. Okay, so anything that we did and had critiques on, go back into your Flickr, or not the Flickr, but the Picasa accounts, and double check and make sure that those are represented. I would like for you to have somewhere between 8 and 10 images. All right, 8 will be satisfactory for meeting the criteria. 10 will ensure that you can receive an exemplary grade. And so, if you need to go back and make a few extra ones, that's fine. As you can see here, I've already created a collection over here inside the bridge with that I've named Final Portfolio, and I have in here about 14 images that I've selected. So most of these images I've just grabbed and I've put into the collection from uh, various folders, but right now they're kind of in a horrible order, and you'll see why in a second. All right, so I've navigated to that collection. I'm going to go over here to the these are the window setups for the bridge, and so all your different workspaces. And I'm going to go to the output. Okay, so you can either do it through Window, Workspace, Output here, or if you find the drop-down menu up in the control panel up here, click on that, go down to Output, and then it'll change you over to this look here inside the Finder. Now you can move some of these around, but for the most part you don't need to. Inside here, what it's going to do, it's going to look at all these images and it's going to help you create a portfolio or a PDF designed around the images that are here. So what I want you to do is go through, make sure you're on the correct folder. So here I am. I'm on my I've got my collection here started. It's got my 13 images. All right, they're all in place. But at this point, I noticed that a few of them are out of order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink down my preview here so that I can see them, and then I'm going to make it bigger. All right, but I need to make this. That's right. So remember that when you shrink down the preview in this, that it's going to make the thumbnails and the whole panel actually smaller. But here I have what is my opening slide. That way, it identifies the portfolio for me. Yeah, I want whatever section you're in, 217 or 317. Label it Final Portfolio, and it's Spring of 010. That way, down the road, if I look at these, I'll know when it came from. So all I'm going to do is I just want to make sure that this is the first slide in my set here, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure that the basic chronology of what we did is in place here. This would go towards the end. This is the film and optical effect. Okay, you guys get the idea. So just a quick shuffling of where these things belong, and then we are set to move on. All right. And so as I go through, I might actually find one or two images that, well, they just don't fit in. Like, I don't need two images of this creative warm color. I should probably take the better of the two. So if I need to get rid of it, I select the one that I want and just remove it from the collection, and then I have less images I have to deal with. So right now I have 12 total slides. I want to get this down to 10 because really it's not that big a. I really don't need to have too many things inside here. So here I have two panoramas. All right, and I think I'll keep the Crater Lake one. So let's get rid of the Mason Valley Theater Sky, remove that from the collection. So now we're down to 12, which means that I need to get this down to 11 so that that title slide's there. So what I want to do is I'm going to come in. There's a black and white. There's a sepia. Yeah, they're kind of the same thing. Or that's kind of nice. The eyeball maybe doesn't fit in. Actually, it's not a very good looking black and white, so I'm just gonna get rid of that one. So I'm gonna remove that one from the collection, and now I'm down to my final ones that I need here. All right, at this point, what I can do is I can start working with the PDF functions. So I can either leave it on Web Gallery or I can go to PDF. I want you to go to PDF because I want this to be something more akin to something you'd print later, as opposed to something we're just going to post to Facebook or something. But by all means, go back in and play with this Web Gallery setup because it's very powerful and it's worth actually going through and checking out at some point. All right, so I'm going to click on PDF. That's going to set me over to this side. All right, and then I can hit refresh preview, and then it reminds me that I need to select the items. So let's go down, let's click, and then let's shift click at the end there. We'll refresh preview just to